Hi, welcome to this session on moderated mediation with process in SPSS. In this session, we will learn how to test moderated mediation with process in SPSS. Before we proceed towards SPSS, let's try to understand some basic concepts. What is moderated mediation? Moderated mediation is also called as conditional indirect effect. In what is conditional indirect effect? According to Hayes, the mechanism linking X to Y can be said to be conditional if the indirect effect of X on Y through M is contingent on a moderator, where X is your independent variable, Y is your dependent variable, M is the mediator. And you can denote a moderator as W. As you see here, there are four types of variables involved in moderated mediation: independent variable, dependent variable, mediator, and moderator. So the condition is provided by the moderator. The indirect effect is provided by the mediator. How many types of models involve the conditional indirect effect? There's many. Hayes, in his book, Introduction to Mediation, Moderation, and Conditional Process Analysis, discussed 5 models where conditional indirect effect is involved. The first one is this one. Here in this case you see here, so X is affecting M and Y, and M is in turn affecting Y. So X is having indirect effect on Y through M. Whereas X to M relationship is influenced by W, mean the moderator. So the condition is provided by W. Indirect effect is coming through M. Second model. In this particular model you see here, so there is no moderator on relationship between X and M, rather it's between M and Y relationship. Model C. Here in this case what you see, the moderator is affecting not only relationship between X and M, rather it's also affecting relationship between M and Y. In model D, there are two models. There are two moderators. One is W and second one is V. W is affecting relationship between X and M, whereas V is influencing relationship between M and Y. The last model is this one where three variables. W is acting as an independent variable as well as moderator between M and Y. So this is all about the models and the basic concept of related to moderated mediation. Now what is mediation? If you look at the second figure here, you see this is a very simple model. X is affecting Y, and the coefficient which captures the effect of X on Y is C. This is simple regression model. And if we add mediator in this model, so then we have two independent variables, mean mediator and independent variables, and we run the model having two independent variables, one dependent variable, and run it. The coefficient which captures the effect of X on Y, now it's C prime. If this effect is no longer statistically significant after the addition of mediator, then we say there is full mediation. Right? And then comes the three more concepts. One is direct effect, indirect effect, and total effect. So in this model, if when X the effect on Y without inclusion of M, so C is basically the measuring the total effect. Whereas when we add M, then what is the effect X is having on Y that we call C prime? So this is direct effect. And what is indirect effect? The two ways. Either simply subtract C prime from C, so this comes the indirect effect, or multiply the effect of X on M with effect of M on Y, mean A multiplied B, then you also get the indirect effect. So if you add the indirect effect with direct effect, you get the total effect. Then comes the moderator. In moderator, you see what you do. You have independent variable and you have dependent variable. What you do, you simply multiply independent variable with the moderator. You come with a interaction term or a new variable product variable. This is product of the two variables. So here in this particular case, what we do, we run simple regression, multiple regression analysis where we have three variables x, w, and xw, and examine their effect on our dependent variable. Here in this particular case is the mediator. If xw is having a significant effect on its outcome variable, so then we can say there is moderating effect, otherwise not. The emphasis of this particular session is on model 7. And what is model 7? If you look at the book containing templates for process, you find there are several models given in the template book. And each model is having specific number of the code, which is used in the process while running the analysis. So a very simple model, this one, which was model A in case of the Hayes book. This model is having a code 7, means the model 7 is being used here. So we will try to understand this model and run it in the process. Okay, this is a model. We can call it the conceptual model. One example which has been cited in the book by Hayes. So that example has been taken from Rees and Freeman. Here you see there are four variables. X is the social support, Y is the task performance, M is the self-efficacy, and W is the stressor. In other words, we can say, in this particular case, we want to examine the indirect effect of social support on task performance through self-efficacy and having a moderating effect stressors. So the conditional effect is being examined here. There are some other studies also which have been cited in the book by Hayes and some other studies also. So there are so many other books which can be read for further understanding. Now let's try to do it in SPSS. So this is SPSS. You see here. So we have four variables x, y, w, and m, and go to analyze, then regression. Here is the process by NU FAS. Here you see the first you select the model number. So these are all model number, 76 models are there. So let's pick model number 7. Right, then here you have to place the variables, select the variables. First box, this is for the dependent variable. Let me take them back, all back, then bring them here. So you see here, this one is the outcome variable. So outcome is variable y. Take it here. Second one is independent variable is x. So let me take here x independent variable here. M is the mediator. So take it here. Then is W is the moderator. Moderator is to be placed here. Then check the options here. Those first 3 options they have to pick, they are required here. Okay. Already run the analysis, so let me straight away show you the analysis because it takes little bit time. So here is the output. When you click OK, then you find this kind of the matrix. The first part of the result table is containing the introduction of variables. So here you see model number is given here 7. So these are the variables. Description of the variables. And then here is the sample size. Then second table capture the first part, that is the let me take you back here. So X and W, so their effect on M, so it's being examined here. And then interaction variable, it's also there. So if you look at the statistical diagram of the model, so you see here there are 3 variables which are affecting M, the mediator, that is XW and XW. So XW is the product of these 2 variables. So look at here. So X is having a statistically significant effect on mediator. W is also having a significant effect on mediator, whereas interaction variable, so it's not having a significant relationship. So that means moderating effect is not significant. In next table you see here outcome variable is y. So if you look at the here, so outcome variable is y. In this particular case there are 2 predictors. The first one is the x, second one is the m. So let's see the results. Look at here. So m is a significant predictor of y, whereas x is no longer significant predictor of y. So that means, if you recall earlier, we said that with the inclusion of m, if x is no longer significant, then there is full mediation. Then comes here. So the last line, this has been taken here. So if you recall, so we had examined that. Let me take you back here. Yeah, if with the inclusion of m, so this part measures the C prime measures the direct effect. So here is the C prime. So this is in fact the C prime direct effect. So the direct effect, if you see, is statistically non-significant. Right? Now in next table you see here, there is conditional indirect effect. So here you see there are 3 different levels of moderator: low, average, and So at low level modulation, the mediation is statistically significant because lower limit and upper limit, they are both are pluses. Means zero is not falling in between these two extremes. So that's we say that at the lower level of moderator, so mediation is significant. At average or medium level also it is significant because uh, both are positive and zero is not falling in between the two extremes. And same is case with the high values also. So apparently it clearly shows that the mediating effect continues to sustain even when there are changes in the level of moderation, moderate, moderator, higher level, medium level, and the lower level. So apparently there appears that the conditional effect, indirect effect is there, but that's not conditional. So let's see whether it is statistically significant or not. Look at here index. So this is the index of moderated mediation. So here you see lower limit is minus and upper limit is plus. So that means zero falls in between these two extremes. So hence we can say that moderated mediation is statistically non-significant.